in their loss against the Minnesota Vikings by a score of 30-27 in overtime, Cap, as the Bears are now 4-7 on the season.
Outcoached once again. Critical errors by veteran players. DeAndre Carter waving his hand. Get away from the ball. Bam! Right off his leg. Recovered at the 15, 5 plays later. They're in the end zone, Aaron Jones. And yet the Bears keep fighting. Caleb was outstanding yesterday. Took a terrible sack in overtime. He's a rookie. There's things he has to learn. But some of the throws he made were eye-popping yesterday. And any of you out there that have been questioning whether this kid is the real deal or not, he was sensational at times yesterday. Sensational. But again, you're let down by your coaching staff. What the heck were we doing defensively as lack of aggressiveness, if that's a term to use, in overtime? Chunk plays. Eberflus talks all the time. We got to limit the chunk plays. I think there were 6 of them. Huge plays. 69 yards to Jordan Addison. And then Jordan Addison might have stepped out. You can't use the boundary cam because it can only be used on scoring reviews and turnovers. You can't use it on a coach's challenge. Okay, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard from the NFL. A multi-billion-dollar league, and you can't use the camera, but, we can use it for that. But we can't use it for that because not every stadium has one. So ticked off about the lack of preparation, another blocked field goal, and you got Vikings players openly talking in the locker room. Yeah, we couldn't believe they didn't fix the protection issue on the left side that we saw in the Green Bay game. We looked and went, they didn't fix it. Bam, blocked. And almost blocked the game-tying kick.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think that many have felt this way, Cap, but my first statement about this mess at Hallows Hall is that the only thing that matters to me now moving forward is number 18. And number 18 is Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams and the support around him is the only thing that's important to me now as a Bears fan, because as a rookie, he has shown that he can make elite throws and that he can keep the Bears in ball games. We've seen this. There's ups and downs of his game, but that's like any rookie. There's going to be ups and downs in their game in their first season in the league. And the ups and downs were predictable. There's been some really good games, and there's been some blah games from Caleb Williams. But the point is, though, is that at this point in time, the quarterback and his development is the only reason to watch or listen to Bears games for me. Because as we take a look at this football team right now at 4-7 with a 5-game losing streak, we're talking about a head coach right now that is 5-18 in one-score games. He's the only coach with a sub-400 win percentage in one-score games. So you can't win the blowouts. You can't win the close games. So what can you win? We're immersed in a 5-game losing streak again. The same losing skids, Cap, that we saw in 22 and in 21 and in 20 and in 2017. Another long losing streak for the Chicago Bears team. And as you mentioned, an offense that worked, where Caleb Williams is as confident as we've ever seen him under Coach Brown. But then you look at the other side. How about the defense? The vaunted defense is supposed to get the job done. How many times did the Vikings get the job done on 3rd and 13 and 3rd and 12 and 3rd and 10? How often did that happen? Because the Bears are getting bashed defensively. So if you're the head coach, Cap, if you're Matt Eberflus, you don't have a leg to stand on. You don't. How do you go to Hallows Hall and say, well, here's the good things that we've done? The resume is just marred with so much negativity and so many things that the Bears have not done. There's no leg to stand on if you're Matt Eberflus. You're supposed to be the defensive coordinator. Your defense sucks. It does. You have some really good plays because we actually able to see Montez Sweat actually make some plays yesterday. Good to see. We saw DeMarcus Walker he actually is on the field, Cap, and he's making plays. But the point is, though, is that you could say, hey, you know what? We may not be winning games, but look at he's got nothing defensively. It's Coach Brown getting the job done offensively. And so if you're Eberflus, you know you're done. You know it. We all know it, but he knows it too, because you can't keep going in this direction. You're out of the playoff mix, and you got nothing positive outside of the one thing that I'm watching moving forward. And that's number 18, Caleb Williams. Because that's the only reason why for you and I to watch and for Bears fans to watch is to watch his development. Because there's nothing else to watch there. Nothing.
Fair.
You should. No one kicks their own ass more than the Chicago Bears. Nobody kicks their ass more than the Bears. And so this is where you are, Cap. So we're just playing out the string, but the only entertainment value is watching 18. Because as you said it before the season, it's about chasing greatness. That young man is looking at chasing greatness. And this coach is going to be chasing for another job at the end of the season. That's what he's chasing. Get the sweatshirts print for him, chasing another job.
Fair. And if they go out on Thursday, short week, and get drilled by a really good Lions team, and I got to give Shea his props. It's got to be a month ago. He said, I know Kansas City's undefeated. That's the best team of football. Shea, they've got a loss. The other one's undefeated. You can't put him at number one. And he, in the face of an onslaught of criticism from both of us, he has stuck to his gut. That's the best team in the NFL. And it's not close. Mm-hmm. Not close. That team is phenomenal. And I believe they're going to win the Super Bowl. I really do. They're that good. But holy cow, you get blown the heck out on Thursday? We're going to be here on Friday. We're both working.
Yep.
It would not shock me if there was a change if they get drilled on Thursday.
Change now, change at the end of the season. The view stays the same. The only reason why that we'd want a firing from the head coach tomorrow or today or after Thanksgiving is because you get tired of seeing the same thing. But you will see the same thing because the product is the same. What we're seeing here is number 18 really coming into his zone offensively. But on the other side, Cap, when you're surrendering 468 all-purpose yards defensively, that won't get it done. It won't. You think that's bad on Sunday. Wait until Thursday. Now, I understand it's a short week, and the Lions will win the ball game. I think that's clear. But the point is, though, is that, Cap, again, you're looking for things that are positive moving forward, so that way when we flip the calendar to next season, you say, these are our cornerstones. 18's a cornerstone. That's it right there. There's wide receivers and there's some defensive players that we like, but they fall in comparison. They pale in comparison to what Caleb Williams can bring to the table. That's him. He's the centerpiece to all of it. That's the reason why we're coming in there on Friday to talk about Caleb Williams.
100%. 100%. And there are going to be a lot of guys around the league, if that job opens, and when it does, go, I know the organization has issues. I know they don't win up there. I know they've got a lot of things that got to get cleaned up. Guess what? I got that guy. I can win with that guy, period. So I fully expect a change. Would not be shocked. I know everyone's saying it's never going to happen. They've never fired a coach in season. That's nonsense. I can guarantee you that if they get blown the heck out on Thursday, that discussion will be held.
I just don't understand, Cap, in year 3, and I'm sure it happens around the league, and I think it's covered up by better play and better players. I just don't understand just running around like school children trying to figure out what play you want to put on the field of play. It's the NFL. 4th and 4. You going for the kick? Nope, we're not going to go for the kick. Here comes the field goal unit, Cap, halfway out on the field, and they have to turn tail and go back because now here comes Caleb Williams, time running down. He has to throw an emergency pass to Keenan Allen that's incomplete. Cap, you have to know. You tell me, listen, I never coached. You tell me, in that scenario, you have to be thinking plays ahead.
100%.
What if, right? But the idea that behind you, and this is not picking on Eberflus, we're just talking facts as far as seemingly every year we talk about this, where there's confusion on the sideline. Are you saying what you want to do? That should be in the headset. If we don't make it here, or if we make it here, we're going to do this. That should already be there. But the idea that the field goal unit's coming out, then have to come back, and then here comes Caleb having to throw a pass to Keenan, like, what's going on over there?
And then the play doesn't get in on time.
Right.
You got DeAndre Carter waving everybody off, and the ball hits him in the leg, and they recover at the 15. 5 plays later, there's Aaron Jones in the end zone. I mean, Jalen Johnson had a bad day.
Yes, he did.
He got a pick for Jonathan Owens. And guess what? Pass interference, number 1 on the defense. Really?
Cornerstones that you're supposed to believe in, and they're not playing well.
Correct.
That's when you know it's all. That's it.
Absolutely terrible, terrible, terrible stuff. They look unprepared. The field goal block is unconscionable.
Again.
And again, it wasn't like he stubbed his toe. It was the same exact area of the line. And then let me read you exactly what the Vikings said. and tell me this is not on coaching, okay? The Packers identified an issue with the Bears' field goal operation in Week 11 that led to a block and a game-winning try by Cairo Santos. And the Bears didn't eliminate it heading into Sunday's game against the Vikings. Santos had a kick blocked by Vikings D lineman Jerry Tillery in the second quarter, and the play wound up looming large because the game went to overtime. Safety Theo Jackson of the Vikings said Minnesota knew we had a chance because Santos kicks with a low trajectory, and linebacker Pat Jones said he was surprised to see the team did not change their protection scheme after last Sunday's end-of-game debacle. Quote, that's kind of rare because normally teams will go clean up what they need to clean up. You always expect teams to fix stuff, but we knew if they didn't get it fixed, we're going to go get us one.
See?
Hey, Darnell Wright, can you now come over here and block on the left side because we're not good enough? Damn.
I said, Cap, there is a bullseye on the Bears special teams because they know this kicker has a low trajectory.
Correct.
So now it's on, like anything else, it's on film. Now it's just about opportunity and execution from the other team to try to block the field goal every time.
Absolutely.
Because they see the line in front of him and they see the low trajectory. It's like, yeah, we can get us one. That it's going to be like that for the rest of the season now, because now it's done several times, and so now that's a negative on the special teams. For all the positive we saw, from Caleb Williams to everyone being able to eat, talking about DJ Moore and Keenan Allen and Cole Kmet and Roma Dunze, for all these guys to be able to get the job done and try to help this offense, how clutch it was at the end, special teams, how they were able, Cap, in a big spot to be able to get that onside kick was awesome. The Soldier Field, like Joniak said, was up for grabs, which to the point where we were down, like watching the game, like, oh, God. And then all of a sudden, you're up again. You're sitting up in the chair a little bit more upright, like, oh, we got an opportunity to win this thing. It was so positive and so many things. Even though it was a mess across the board, there were so many great things that the Bears did with an opportunity to win that ball game. Because what we have done is if the Bears won, we talk about the victory, how it was clutch against a really good team, and then from there talk about how, hey, some things they need to clean up. But Jay Moore, here's what it comes down to. There's so many good things that happen with the Bears, but then it just shows you why they have a 5-game losing streak, because they don't know how to win at this point in time. They had an opportunity to get the job done, and they did not.
Yeah, I was at the game yesterday, and 40% of the people left when we were down 11.
Wow.
And once that situation happened from the fourth quarter going into overtime, everybody's spirits was up. It was electric. It was just so a really good vibe in the stadium, and we were just deflated again.
You had an opportunity. You was right there.
Yep.
And then, of course, you pissed it away. Of course you did.
How about
in
this?
Overtime.
Eberflus as Bears coach is 5-18. 5-18 in one-score games.
Yeah?
Kevin O'Connell, 24-10. And how about this one? They just flashed it up as well on TV. Kansas City, a one-score game yesterday. That's their 13th in a row. In a row! Mm-hmm. Eberflus is under 40% in one-score games.
Wow.
He's the only coach.
5-18, you say?
Yeah.
Wow. 312-332-ESPN, 332-3776 is our telephone number. If you're on hold, you will be on the air. Cap and I want to talk to you about what you saw. If you were at Soldier Field, we want to get your thoughts, because Jay Moore was there, the up and down, the ebb and flow of how things went with the Chicago Bears. You're like, oh, we're going to lose again. But then you felt like the Bears had an opportunity, and they fell short.
First onside kick recovery this year by a team. First one.
So let's get your thoughts here about the Bears. Still to come, we'll hear from Caleb Williams, the quarterback for the Bears as well. It's a Bears Monday on the Kap and J Hood Morning Show.